Hey everyone, welcome to the pre-show, or say the live reaction to the 2023 um WWE Draft, which is tonight. I can't even wait. Um, and if you're new to wrestling, and this is something you're going to see doing, this is what the ninth time or something like that. The first WWE draft came about was in 2002 because of the first brand split, excuse me, between Raw and SmackDown. And the representing Raw at the time, who owned Raw, was Vince McMahon. And the owner, or should say owner, was Ric Flair. And they didn't, now, how, they didn't have no no 2 hour, 3 hour show. Um, it is something you can see here about this draft, and I will make my predictions, my analysis, and there will be matches. We all know that the Usos will face Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships, which will be defended tonight. Um, I believe Carmella's wrestling. I don't know. I forgot the lineup. Let me check something here, and and I will find the lineup here. And if you want to comment down here, you can down here or down here about my reaction. Let's see. There will there will be 16 picks made tonight in the WWE Draft. Eight will be by Raw, eight from SmackDown. It'll be like a couple of years. Three picks for Raw, two picks for SmackDown, and more picks will be viewed in the morning. According to the sites here. And WWE will have draft rooms, podium set up for the WWE Draft tonight and Monday for Raw. I don't know if I could do that tonight or Monday. I will let you know here. And what else? Let's see. No. Who's people who are eligible for night one tonight? Becky Lynch, Bianca, Bobby Lashley, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, and Sonya Deville. Um, Cody Rhodes, who I think should be in Raw. The whole Damage Control: Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. Dexter Loomis, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, WWE Hall of Famer Edge, the whole hit roll Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, and B-Fab. Yeah, they would be drafted in the morning, I predict. Imperium with Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vici. Lacey Evans, Matt Riddle, Maximo Matos, Mace Mansour, and Maxine Dupree. Mustafa Ali, Natalia, Omos with MVP, Shinsuke Nakamura, the whole bloodline, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, uh, and I think Roman Reigns would be drafted first in SmackDown. The Miz, the OC, the whole OC, the phenomenal AJ Styles, who should be in both Hall of Fames in Impact Wrestling and in the WWE Hall of Fame. Carl, Big Luke Gallows, the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, and Meechin. The Street Profits, Viking Raiders with Eric and Ivo with Valhalla or What's her name before she became Valhalla? Oh, I forgot. Sarah Rowe, I think. Yeah, oh, yeah, Sarah Rowe. And select NXT superstars. And also, with the rumors with Teddy Long would be there. Would be Teddy Long would be there. But we do know this, as announced on Raw Monday night, the championship. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns will be the undisputed champion. Whoever drops him, but the World Heavyweight title will be not defended, but up for grabs on May 27th at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So, like I said, who I think be drafted tonight, I think one Roman Reigns with a whole bloodline. I know Jimmy. I think Jimmy and Jey Uso will be 9-2. We're gonna have to check that. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the matches. I forgot about it. I know there's one about it. Um, also, we're gonna have a great time here in this draft, and the and if you want to post your draft memories, comment down below. What's your favorite draft memory? My draft memory has to be um um in 2000, I think 4 or something like that. 2003, 2004. I forgot. Yeah, 2003. Paul Heyman was general manager for SmackDown and Eric Bischoff for Raw, and they traded picks. The one pick they had to do with those lottery. You watched the 1989 Royal Rumble with those tumblers, and they put out the name or number. But Eric Bischoff got it like a ball, got a pokeball. You know what I'm getting at. Opened it up and smiled and said, not Eric Bischoff, but Paul Heyman has been drafted to Raw, and Heyman was livid, and he quit, leaving no SmackDown general manager until Teddy Long took over. And Teddy Long, the greatest SmackDown general manager of all time, no doubt about it. And he should be still be SmackDown general manager. He's great. He's a great SmackDown general manager, along with Paige, who's now again, Shuraya at AEW. Can't even say her name right. Um, excuse me. And my other favorite was, I forgot what year it was. John Cena was I forgot what year it was. It was on Raw. John Cena was drafted by SmackDown for a whole night, but at the end of the night, um, Cena was drafted back to Raw. Off, like, he's supposed to be at SmackDown. I'm like, but now we could have um this draft, and like the previous drafts, 3 picks for Raw, 2 for SmackDown. So it would be like on Monday night, and I don't know if they could have um Ted Long be there on Monday night. Um, I don't know, but I'm gonna give my thoughts on something before we go to all this draft. Is that um you know um what's his name? Roderick Strong. I can't remember the name. Anyway, you guys know Roderick Strong was the leader of Diamond Mine, and during AEW. last night, which I don't watch, I heard the news that Roderick Strong made his shocking debut on AEW. Is he, correct me, and he was released by WWE and or WWE didn't even know what happened? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was he supposed to be the leader of Diamond Mine? Or Diamond Mine, I should say? No, Diamond Mine has no leader. Or actually, the de facto leader was Ivy Nile. Now you have three people on Diamond Mine now. The Creed brothers, Julius and his brother, and now Ivy Nile. Will they get drafted for the draft tonight? We may see tonight. And for Roderick Strong being in AEW, all power to him. He might go to Ring of Honor or stay. Well, Ring of Honor is now owned by Tony Khan, but I don't think Roderick Strong should. He should tell what happened in his side of the story. But we all know that all four members are reunited from the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Bebe, Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, and now Roderick Strong. And this is great for AEW, by the way. Again, I don't watch it, so I'm just rambling. So I'm sorry. So we have like a few hours or hours before Raw, and I want to check something out for night two. Let me see. Hold on a second. Wait, that didn't hurt out. Let me see. Night two, night two. Looking for it here. Here we go. The matches we know now. Um, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the versus the Usos for the tag team titles. I've just mentioned Zelina Vega versus Sonya Deville. As you know, Zelina Vega will face Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico. Night two, let me see. Here are the superstars be eligible for tonight. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Bobby Lashley, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville again tonight. Cody Rhodes, Damage Control, Dexter Lumis, Dolph Ziggler, Edge Hit Row they'll be drafted when the next week coming up in the morning. Imperium, Lazy Evans, Matt Riddle, Maximum Male Models, Mustafa Ali, Natalia Omas, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Bloodline, The Miz, The OC, Street Profits. Will the Street Profits get broken up? Maybe. Um, Viking Raiders and several NXT superstars. So night two on Monday night on Raw, Akira Tozawa, Alpha Academy, Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. They're still wrestling in the WWE. Um, Oscar, Austin Theory, Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, Charlotte Flair. I say Charlotte stay at SmackDown. Dana Brooke, Elias, Emma, Johnny Gargano, The Judgment Day, Karen Cross with Scarlett. Again, this is night two. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, L.A. Knight, yeah! Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who is the current Women's Tag Team Champions, Nikki Cross, Piper Niven, Rhea Ripley, Rick Boogs, Riddick Moss or Madcap Moss, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Seth Rollins, Shotzi, Tamina, Tegan Knox, the Braun Butch, Sheamus, Rich Holland, and Butch, the LWO, the whole LWO, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, and Zelina Vega. The New Day, the whole New Day now, with hearing rumors that Big E's might be coming back. The Usos, Trish Stratus, which is I find surprising. We'll talk about that. Xia Li, and again, several NXT superstars. Let me go back on Trish Stratus' draft. And remember, she's feuding with Becky Lynch at against her for, I think, SummerSlam, if I may remember correctly. But Trish Stratus, I'm surprised she's on the list. And she's a WWE Hall of Famer, and her heel run, her second heel run, is fantastic so far. So, if you have someone like um Zelina Vega, she's a huge superstar on the rise. She was on Impact. She was on. I think at RH, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I could be wrong. But she managed Andre Andre Elio or Andre Simas or something like that. Um, who else? I think Zelina Vega will um, have a good feud with Rhea Ripley. So there's that, and I can't even wait for this draft to see who gets drafted, who gets shock of the night, who get down the further the card or further the draft pool. Like Will Shields. I forgot the guy's name last time in the NFL draft. But boy, what an NFL draft! I saw it. Wow. And if you want to know who's getting drafted, um, the draft, I will break down all um the cards and see the draft for the first night who got the better of the deal, who got the best pick of the night. Because I could see the gem here, the whole LWO, including Zelina Vega. Another gem, I could see Becky Lynch go to SmackDown too. If she goes to SmackDown, fine. Raw, that's fine too. So that was that. Oh, I'll be right back. Have fill up my water bottle. Excuse me. back in the water. Here, and here we go. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the draft, and I was thinking about something here. When I remember SmackDown debut. It was in 1999, and I think it was in around September, late August or September. If you know, comment down below or here. Anyway, I know the main event. The announcers were good old Jim Ross, WWE Hall of Famer, Jerry the King Lawler, also Hall of Famer. The main event was for the WWE Championship, was the WWF Championship back in the day. It was The Rock versus Triple H for the title. Stephanie was in the corner with Triple H as always. Um, the special guest referee was Shawn Michaels, who was the special guest referee for that match, if I remember correctly. And Triple H won, by the way, and it was the debut of the whole show. Actually, the pilot episode was the debut of the corporate ministry in during May, I think it was. Not the whole show, but the first um, pilot episode or pilot because in TV you have to go through a pilot season, so it, there's that. But everyone remembers the old Overtron, the Overset, which everybody loved, was on UPN, and this is before the yeah, SmackDown first for the title for SmackDown. Since then, it's now all HD. We'll see if there's any updates about the draft. Looking at various news sources through Twitter and Facebook. Let's see. No, no. Right, let's see. West Ops says Teddy Long will be there. We know Adam Pearce will be there because he's a former multiple time NWA World Heavyweight Champion who carried that company on his back before it's way before Billy Corgan bought the company. Right? No updates in there. There. I'm gonna check Facebook here. Here we go. Well, no updates. But I wonder if you have your thoughts. Who would be drafted from NXT? I got Grayson Waller, who's a smarmy heel, but also can back it up as a heel from Australia. Granted, he didn't win any NXT titles, but I could see him winning titles in the main roster, either Raw or SmackDown. I could see um Indy Hartwell be caught up because she's married to Dexter Loomis, and would it be fitting here that the whole Way faction from NXT. If you don't know, the Way was a faction in NXT during the pandemic days. It consisted of Johnny Gargano, his wife Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Dexter Loomis joined a little bit later, and Austin Theory. But the Way, I could see them reunited. I could see them having a tag team championships um, in Raw or SmackDown. Indy Hartwell, who's the current NXT Women's Champion, I could see her being a Women's Champion in the main roster, or tag team title opportunities with Candice LeRae. I don't think Austin Theory would be part of the Way because he's doing his own thing. He's the current United States champion. Another person or persons who should be called up in the draft via NXT is Pretty Deadly. They were from an NXT UK champion, from an tag team champion, should say, NXT tag team champions. I see good things in them. I could see them having a run at the championships. Um, Also, I could see Braun Breaker coming in. Um, any possibilities in NXT because look at who look at the wrestlers who've been called up to NXT make their mark. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Johnny Gargano, um, um, Alexa Bliss, who's on the list, and I think she should be back soon. And Bray Wyatt, I don't pair with Bray Wyatt. I want her back as the old goddess gimmick. To be honest with you, let's see. Wait a minute. I have. Let me do something here. Yes, then. That didn't do very well. Let's see. Trying to get news from news sources here about the wrestling, and we are 30 minutes away from the draft. We are 30 minutes from quite possibly shaking things up, to quote Vince McMahon. Let me wait a minute. I have no idea. Let me not here. Well, like I said, we are 30 minutes away for for SmackDown. I have the TV muted because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything from music or anything. The match, I would call the matches down the middle, and if there's commercial breaks, I will talk. So like I'm doing right now with this pre-show here, hello. I just should have done that too. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to Twitter here. Let's try this guy called X Zero News or something like that. He said total 16 picks though, so there's nothing there. Let's see. Again, no news. It's a big news as of yet. I check the sources and everything because this draft is going to be great. It's in Fort, I believe, in Fort Worth, Texas, if I may remember correctly. Everyone's they're doing live streaming, like Tantalizing Tony. Um, I think Going Raw is doing it. They're, if I'm not, I could be wrong. Um, because this draft is going to be very, very interesting to say the least. And the draft, in this case, anything can happen. Like I mentioned earlier, my draft memories. Eric Bischoff drafted Paul Heyman to SmackDown. He quit and made um um Ted Long as SmackDown GM in around 2003 2004. Okay, get water. Nicely fresh water. And then also John Cena. But the one draft I always remember was 2002. Um, and another one was I think it was 2008 or 2009. I forgot what year it was. They had the draft, and Vince McMahon, the drama with Vince McMahon, the storyline wise, he the liver blew up, and you know what I'm talking about. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about the whole Benoit debacle. Did that happen? And remember, there were three brands at the time during that draft: Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. And Benoit was drafted to ECW, and I remember this. He was supposed to face John Morris. No, CM Punk. If I remember correctly, if you know or know here, comments down below if he ever faced CM Punk or John Morrison for the ECW Championship. And we all know what happened. I don't want to get into that. Um, that's quite a memory too. But we're getting down to the nitty gritty, folks. We are in is 7:38 East Coast time, 4:38 West Coast time, 6:38 in Fort Worth or Fort Worth, Indiana, or Fort Worth, Texas. Don't know which one of the two. Um, this draft will be, like I said, quite something. Well, um, I want to check something here. If we talk about the draft, ooh, right, never there. La, 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 la. Oh, here we go. Mm, mm. Paralyzed and Tony, which I'm a huge fan of talking about. I have, again, this muted, so no copyright strikes. And if you, I don't know how to put a link, but go up to the search bar and type in Paralyzed and Tony. He's doing a great job because he's a huge Yankees fan. In honor of him, here, let me see which match. Go ahead and see. The ultimate one and this one. Here, in honor of Paralyzed Tony, I'm wearing my New York Mets hat. I'm a huge Mets fan, and, and when you like them, when you wear the orange and blue hat, you know you've done something great. Maybe I could wear this. Maybe I could wear this whole draft. Hopefully Monday. But in all seriousness, this is the hat I'm going to wear for the draft because it's official online. You can see the Major League Baseball um 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 logo right there and represent Ohio State. Yes, I'm a Ohio State and um and Mets fan. Anyway, in the draft, it's very good here. And if you want to know about this draft, You go look it up. You need to do it right now, right now, because it tells the whole thing has the history of it. Um, um, I mentioned the very first draft in 2002 with the first brand split, and the brand split came um, about debuted after WrestleMania 18 or X8 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And do I say? I have a thought here. Do I see another WrestleMania in um in Toronto, Ontario, Canada? Yes, that's why I'm shaking my head. Toronto hosted to two WrestleManias. One in WrestleMania 6, the Ultimate Challenge, Hogan versus the Warrior title for title, which Royal Rumble ended up being the WWE champion. If Hogan won, he would have been the WWE Intercontinental Champion. And X8 was Triple H winning the Undisputed title with the Big Eagle and the Big Gold Belt. But now we're in now we're in this another brand split. We could have two champions again. You just saw the re-debut of the not re-debut, but the um the what else? Yeah, the Big Gold Belt, the new version of the Big Gold Belt of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and like I said, it will be defended on Night of Champions in May 27th. Do I think I do reaction? Well, let me see. Engage with the audience. Okay, let's start a poll. Third, I do a champions. There we go. Do I have to extend this here? Yeah, maybe the poll, you vote on that poll. So there's that. And the draft, which I can't even wait to see who's going. Like I'm predicting that um Roman and the Bloodline will be drafted first for SmackDown. Roman Reigns should stay at SmackDown. I do believe he should stay at SmackDown because Triple H said the best. Raw needs a champion, so I say SmackDown gets Roman Reigns. Raw will get whoever's be the champion come Night of Champions coming up on May 27th. And you know what's interesting? There's a PLE weekend or Peacock Live Entertainment weekend. Then you got um, Backlash in Puerto Rico Saturday, I think Saturday night. Sunday NXT Roadblock, which um, Braun Breaker will face Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. That will be interesting. Who's my early pick? We don't know. We have to get that storyline cooking between those two, between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. So there's that. Okay. So there's that. Um, Most matches will be at NXT. Um, SmackDown, who we get the better of it comes and of the draft. I want to make this bold prediction. I want to say Raw we get the better of the draft, and so there's that. Live chat. Um, and then, wait. Again, we are like almost 10 minutes to the draft. 10 whole minutes. 10. 10. I gotta stop doing that. It reminds me of Star Spears doing the whole 10 10 10 gimmick. No, no, that's there's that over there. Bish doing the 10 10 10 storyline in Impact Wrestling, formerly TNA. I remember that. Um, if you want, again, you could vote on the poll. I don't know when it goes up or I don't know how to extend it. Maybe I could send into the poll because I don't know how to extend the poll question. So again, we are like almost 10 whole minutes to the draft. The 2023 WWE Draft will be soon. Do not miss it. Do not take your eyes off this draft. And with my Mets hat on, in tribute to Tantalizing Tony, who is a huge New York Yankees fan, and he's a great guy. And I'm gonna do something. 11. We'll see if there's any updates on who about the draft. No reports about the draft um, as of yet because we are getting ready for the 2023 and not NBA No, no, no. Um, um, WWE Draft. And if I'm on my way to have my shower, um, which I'm going to a little bit or soon, I will possibly can catch up there. And this draft will be interesting. Who will be first? Who will be drafted first? Would it be Roman Reigns? Would it be Cody? Would it be Kit Rowe? No. Um, Anything can happen with this draft. And when you have um like um huge talents like Cody Rhodes, who came back from AEW last year, or anybody else in this draft, I can't even wait for this draft. I want to see who will be the big wow factor, who will be drafted in this draft. Anything can happen with this WWE draft because if you want to see this draft happen, or, or anything can happen with this draft, you should see this draft. And I'm excited for this draft. And when you see who will be drafted, who will be the key man for this draft, or woman in this draft, or key stable in this draft, you have to be invested in this draft. Because really invested in this draft. I can't even wait to see this draft. And you can tell the excitement in my voice about this WWE draft. Like wrestling days is um have his reaction then across the pond. Like I mentioned, Tanalis and Tony have his reaction here about this WWE draft. And this is my own reaction here in this draft. And if you want to know who will be drafted, you have to know this. And then WWE format, we are 5 minutes away, folks. 5 minutes away for this draft. It's on Fox. And if this draft will be exciting. Um, right about now, Tom Grassi, who is my favorite on YouTube, including Unity Tree Unity Tree, here on YouTube are doing the second and third round of the NFL draft. I was going to do a reaction of the NFL draft, but this is much more than this here. Um, the WWE draft is going to be something to see. Underline it. Underline what's going to happen. If you do not invest in this draft, if you're a wrestling fan, you should be invested. It's like the NFL draft, the Major League Baseball draft, which is new on TV. The NHL entry draft or the NBA draft. This is like this, but in the sports sense. Also, Luge, who I follow on Luigi, Luge in YouTube, is doing her reaction too. Everybody's doing their reactions to this WWE draft, and we almost like what few minutes away for this WWE draft, which is coming up. Again, do not miss it. This is the one that's click to pick. And you may wonder where I got that click to pick from. Ken Hawk Harrison, who used to be like a Yankee, yeah, former Major League Baseball player for the White Sox, a couple of teams, announced for the Yankees, but most memorable announced for the Chicago White Sox. That's how I got the click to pick from. My click to pick in this for the matches tonight is the tag team title match between the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And this is my question here. Will the tag titles be split up? That I say yes. The tag titles should be split up. No more unified tag team champions. Tag team champions should be for both brands be separated. Blue for Raw, red for SmackDown. That's it. End of story. But if they still do the unified tag team championships, you have tag teams that want to be champions, like um, like Hit Row, um, like NXT call up. Let's say, for instance, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defended the Raw Tag Team Championship against Hit Row. That's the opportunity for Hit Row to be tag team champions. Or SmackDown, let's say there's a tournament for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And let's say the Usos versus the OC for those titles. And I'm advocating both brands should have their own champions once again. Tag, women's, mid card, both belts, which is now again. The Universal title will be staying with Roman Reigns, and um, either Raw or SmackDown would get the World Heavyweight Championship. So there was that, and let me see what time it is. It's about to start, folks. It's 8 o'clock in the East Coast. Um, West Coast time here, and 4 o'clock there in Texas. 7 o'clock, because I'm in the Eastern time zone. Let's just say Chicago time here. And here we go. And then, now, forever. The WWE Draft is starting right now. I have to keep my voice up and drink plenty of water for this. Cody, and Friday's wrestlers, the future opening package for the WWE Draft. And again, um, um, I'm not um, 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 talking about this. I'm talking, and the crowd's going wild because the sound's off. I don't want any copyright strikes here. Let's see if it's from Wayne, Indiana or from Wayne, Texas. No. Oh, Corpus Christi, Texas. Got the got the thing wrong. I thought it was Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas is at Raw. Duh. Main event, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Owens and Zayn versus the Usos. I pick Owens and Zayn win tonight. That would be a bang of a match. It's a WrestleMania rematch. And Triple H is coming out. Probably with saying welcome to the draft. WWE Hall of Famer. He should be two-time WWE Hall of Famer. Crowd's going, and again, in copyright strike, I don't want to get a um 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 strike in this because YouTube will get my thing suspended or my channel suspended. One podium, just one podium for this draft, and he's got the picks or announcing, hopefully, uh, fingers crossed, general managers. General managers should be um must be a must here. Welcome to the draft. Let's talk to the crowd about the draft. He's like Triple H is like the commissioner of like the NFL, the kind of commissioner of the WWE, just like Roger Goodell um um from the NFL or um any other commissioner of sports. You see I'm seeing the talent who will be drafted tonight. I mentioned on the top of this video what read on it. I still think Roman Reigns will be drafted tonight. Fans are getting hyped up for this draft. Here's a card who will be drafted or announcing GMs. Again, Triple H, do the right thing, call for GMs. First pick already. SmackDown would get the pick. Say Directors one. Oh, I know it. I knew it. Roman Reigns should be picked. Got picked for SmackDown. That means the whole bloodline. That means Roman Reigns, Soda Sokoa, not the Usos. So Raw would get the World Heavyweight Championship at Raw. Whoever be the champion and night of champions. So the Universal Undisputed Universal Championship being on SmackDown. Soto and Roman would be SmackDown. Now this is Raw's pick. No, we're actually two picks for SmackDown, three for Raw. Okay, who's next? Going for Raw. It is Cody Rhodes. So, the script writers, Cody Rhodes, as you know, I picked him going to Raw. So there's that. Held 8 championships. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mid card tag team. Former NWA Heavyweight Champion. Former AEW Mid card champion for TNT champion. Next, SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown's next. Oh, crowd's going out for this pick because I have it muted. So SmackDown picks Bianca Belair. She's the Raw Women's Champion, so that means she would be the SmackDown Women's Championship because the titles would be switched, if I'm not mistaken. Bianca Belair goes to SmackDown because, again, the current Raw Women's Champion. Raw is picking, and it is Becky Lynch. No big surprise there. Becky Lynch goes to Raw. Again, 3 picks for Raw, 2 for SmackDown. And the last pick for Raw, right? The Usos. Either goes SmackDown or Raw. I say Raw. And they got the mics. Slapping, Okay, let me go to Twitter here. We'll go to SmackDown. Here. No, no. Okay. They have their promo. Wait, let's see. Here comes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Again, I advocated for the bells be separate here. They have the promo here. I actually would be switching back and forth, not the 3 and 2. So far, the picks are Roman Solo and Heyman for SmackDown, Bianca Belair for SmackDown, Raw gets Cody Rhodes and Becky Lynch. So I expect Rhea to be drafted to Raw because she's the current SmackDown Women's Champion. Because there'll be a switch here. And they have their promos. While I'm doing that, I think this draft so far is good. This is even as an out. The shock of the night, I have two. Bianca Belair goes to SmackDown. Well, actually, one. Bianca Belair goes to SmackDown because I knew the rest would be scripted, but Bianca Belair go to SmackDown, which is quite a shocker here. We need okay. So for round one, Roman Solo goes to SmackDown, Cody goes to Raw, Bianca is Raw Membership and goes to SmackDown, Becky Lynch goes to Raw. That's so far the picks. And I could see a women's title switch uh, for the um for this. And coming up, it's the first match of the night. And they're hyping up the WrestleMania main event rematch. I still say Zayn and Owens will be retaining their tag team titles. So there's that. Oh, the Brawling Brutes. First match of the night. Sheamus, Butch, and Rich Holland, or um, Pete Dunne. Butch is Pete Dunne. We flipped back to his name. Butch is fighting, or Pete Dunne is fighting. So Pete Dunne versus L.A. Knight. Yeah! L.A. Knight. Yeah! Yeah! I had to stop that. So the first match of the night goes to the Brawling Brutes here. So we're already on our way for this job. There's 4 TBD segments tonight too. Should be GMs though. Then we need GMs for Raw and SmackDown. Wonder, wonder what's going on here with JD from MI 206. All right. Um. So far, we're getting titles being switched. Hopefully, we get something cool at this. And okay, stretch here. Stretching. Uh, so this draft so far very good. Um, Again, I don't want to get copyright strikes for because of the sound, so I got the show muted because you don't want to get copyright strikes here. And Night of Champions will be very good. Hopefully, please be hopefully. So we now know Raw will get the undisputed Universal Championships, and Raw will get the newer version of the Big Gold Belt with the big logo on it. So there's that. If I'm preoccupied with this match, no, it's a very good one. Right now it's in commercial break. I hate commercials. I know it's for money, but at the same time, you need to get on with the show. Raw, locker room, draft room, SmackDown draft room, back from commercial. I wonder who's running this. There's NXT performers. Apollo Crews is there. Um, Probably announcers. They're doing the Arsenio Hall. The Arsenio Hall. I wonder who's. Please be GMs and one GMs. Bianca Belair at the hotel. Known she's um, at SmackDown now. Again, it will be a title switch. And I wonder, I have a thought. We know Zelina Vega will face Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship at Backlash. So, do we see reversal here for the Women's Championship? It will still be the match between Rhea and Zelina. But for the SmackDown titles, that's the $64,000 question. Again, first match of the night, Butch versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. L.A. Knight was in the Impact Wrestling too as Eli Drake. I'll be right back. Be right back. Time out. We gotta pause this too. Okay, back here. The cover blood rivalry between LA Knight and Butch. Wow. So first match of the night, Butch versus LA Knight, and match technicians to start. It's really Eli Drake versus Pete Dunne here. What happened? Ooh, Bryce Maves. I can't wait for that. So this match with the Cena elbow and they recapped the WWE Draft. There would be no more 3-2 picks. So 3 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown. Roman Solo for SmackDown, Cody for SmackDown, Bianca for Raw, and we don't know. Bianca go to SmackDown Raw. Um, you know what I mean. The rosters don't go into effect until after Backlash. So what you're seeing now, if you're watching or I'm describing this, the brand split doesn't start. Reset of the brand split doesn't start after Backlash. So commercial break, and because might just like go on like 10 to 15 minutes here. So you know, I keep back by with this and this. Um, this match would be determined picks. Remember that too. You know the WWE Draft. Well, they have this draft lottery. They have the matches to determine who goes to where. That was stupid. Like, say for instance, this match between LA Knight and Butch. The match would be for either Raw or for SmackDown gets to pick. That was stupid. The okay, this match is for one fall, and it's for a pick for the next pick for Raw or SmackDown. Can you imagine that? Hmm. Ah, I get this idea. Do, 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 do. Oh, wait. Oh. Back to the match. Birch versus LA Knight. Probably a 10-minute match. And wow, one nice move from Birch. The back flip in the ring or sunset flip, something like that. Birch going to the top of the ring and stop by LA Knight. All right. Oh, finger breaking, freaking. I don't want to do that in my own. Vintage Butch there with the finger breaking. It's just, oh, nice move from LA Knight. Pin. One, two, three. No, only two from LA Knight. Two. Oh, I got my thing paused there. I forgot to fast forward. You know. Whoop. Nope. Nice kick. Opponents. Nice on bottom too. Fast forward. And LA Knight wins because I have fast forward here. Here's our winner, LA Knight. Off that for LA Knight. Uso started to him. You could tell they go. Give us. Hello, you're back. Had to get my shower. Get that. On remote. Oh, Michael PSA is doing the let's skip the promos. Michael PSA is doing the announcement or announce the picks. Sprite, zero sugar, my favorite, and cookies. Promo for the USFL. Houston will beat Memphis starting in New Jersey and Michigan. Let's say Michigan will win. Freebird. No, RVD. Holy Toledo, RVD is announcing picks for SmackDown. Rob Van Dam. Freebird. Just for one time. That's enough. I want to hear Freebird, but NXT Performance Center is waiting for a pick. Let's say 4. Before we get in. So, SmackDown gets the Street Profits because Bianca Belair is SmackDown. And SmackDown got to smoke. Who will get for Raw? And SmackDown Raw gets Imperium. Imperium goes to Raw. So the Intercontinental Champion will go to Raw. Switch mid championships or mid card championships. Or it's they go to SmackDown. Title switch. And SmackDown gets Edge. I knew it. Edge would go to SmackDown. This is his home. He's been a SmackDown guy in the first brand split. How could he win championships? Wow. Matt Riddle goes to Raw, usual, because we all know he's because he's you know what I'm getting at. So round two gets the Street Profits for SmackDown. Imperium goes to Raw. Edge goes to SmackDown. Riddle go for Raw. Wow, what a round two. So far is even here because this won't take effect until Backlash after Backlash. Speaking of the Street Profits, here they come. And further in their SmackDown Blue. To the RVDC. And they have a tag match. Afro Progressive. It's Flo making the next pick. Here, no, it's a joke. So in tag team action, Street Profits will face who? And they're going to talk, as usual. Stretching it out. The promos stretching out if they now respect now. Remember, Montez Ford, Ford's wife, Bianca Belair, is at SmackDown too. She's the Raw champion. And there will be a title switch. Just like Imperium and Theory predict title switch. It happened before. One, the smoke. And Ricochet. Braun Strowman's up because of concussion. Oh, I thought he was out for concussion. So Montez Ford and Ricochet. Wait, Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits in tag team action. If you know me, I love this draft. Please be GMs here. We want GMs. We want GMs. LWO. Is this a fatal way? A fatal way? A triple threat tag team match. LWO versus Street Profits versus Ricochet and Braun Strowman. And here we go. Yeah, get it up on Braun Strowman. That's a good idea. Not. Why do you want to be against a big guy here? Strowman clean house. Fast forward. I have to fast forward again. Fast forward to the commercial, which means you got 10 or 15 in this commercial breaks. Trust me. If you got like commercials, fast forward. And the match is still continuing. Super 10 matches, that's like 3, 5, no, 10, 25, 25 minutes. Here, huh? You had to pause it because of the shower and everything. No, 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 no. Recap, I know when you do recap soon. One no NXT call-ups. 10, 2. Right? Ooh. I'm going to fast forward. Matches. Street Profits win. Fast forward. Match flow too. SmackDown comes to Puerto Rico. First time, I believe. And during the pick and forward. SmackDown. JBL. And that's a good choice for SmackDown picking. Well, who's going to pick? Holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla, holla. Man, get him back in GM mode. Holla, holla, holla. Teddy Long, man. Fast forward. JBL is picking for SmackDown or Raw. Excuse me. Oh, I get it. They're doing Hall of Famers. Here comes Teddy Long. So SmackDown gets Lashley. Oh, got Lashley. Great pick, by the way. Lashley goes to SmackDown. Raw we get. And Raw we get Drew McIntyre. Really? He's a former champion in Raw. He might get a World Heavyweight Championship. Actually, probably the Undisputed Championship. Okay, next pick. SmackDown gets. I don't know, crowd. SmackDown gets the Bullet Club or the OC. It's really the Bullet Club. AJ, Mia, and the Good Brothers. The OC is really the Bullet Club. Think about that. Bullet Club for life. Raw we get. The Miz. Really? Well, he's in Raw now. So we got Bobby Lashley goes to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre goes to Raw. The OC SmackDown or the Border Club goes to SmackDown. The Miz goes to Raw. Again, really, the OC is the Border Club. Think about that. Oh, is Zelina Vega is wrestling? Mm-hmm. And faces Sonya Deville, who gets a jobber's entrance. Sonya Deville gets a jobber's entrance. Wow, I, I'm picking Selena Vega to win here. And again, she'll face Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Remember, the reset would be after Backlash. If Rhea goes to Raw, it's essentially be a title switch. So Selena Vega, who's a hottie, who will face Sonya Deville. I'm picking Selena Vega to win because not only she was on Impact, I forgot what's her name on Impact Wrestling or formerly TNA. If you knew, comment down below what her name is, or comment here. So far, who gets the better now? SmackDown gets the better stars. And I have an idea. I'm going to follow the old Twitter. Or length. Twitter. Let's see what's going on. Chelsea Green from Impact Wrestling 2. And Zelina Vega won. Great win for Zelina Vega. I'm really usual Rhea Ripley is there. Headbutt. One, seriously. Mm, mm. And Riptide come in. No DDT. Nice counter by Zelina Vega. There will be a great match between these two for Backlash in Puerto Rico. The tag title should be split up too. In my opinion, I'm sorry, but it has to be said. The tag team title should be switched because you have to go have a backlog of tag teams who need a tag team championship opportunity. And the reason why, because let's say if you have a tag team up and coming and you have a tag team opportunity, that's why the tag title should be split up. Excuse me, by the way. LWO segment. Mm, 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 mm. The segment give Zelina Vega a pep talk. Well, great pep talk by. Again, I have to mute it because of copyright infringement. You know what I mean? On pick time. Oh, the OC or the Motor Club. AJ's back. AJ's back. Motor Club for life. Mm, mm. AJ's wrestling. Yes. Mm, mm. Oh boy. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Who's AJ facing? Well, Motor Club's back. Well, Motor Club WWE. Make it happen. Motor Club WWE or part of Motor Club America. Mm. Now what? The Viking Raiders with Valhalla or Sarah Logan. Yeah, now I know her name. Mm. or we have a match, or stare down. I think they will see on SmackDown if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, the OC is on SmackDown now. Brawl, brawl, brawl. Fighting. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Impact show something like that. Go Mets. Again, got this from 2020. I'm a huge Mets fan, but he's a Yankees. Mm. Again for SmackDown, HB Sizzle, HBK. Yes. Wait, he's the NXT head of NXT, and for SmackDown, ooh, DX picking. Hmm. Hmm. You want to see who's going to pick next? Braun Strowman dodged the pay score for the NASCAR race worth 400. I don't like the segments in NASCAR. Get rid of it. I hate those segments. DX baby, DX sign. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, who's going where? Should be some NXT call-ups here. Okay, who? Okay. Damage Control goes to SmackDown. Bailey's going back to SmackDown. Interesting. Damage Control to SmackDown. Who Raw gets? Raw. One of the Raw gets. And Raw gets Shinsuke Nakamura. He's on Raw. So that means he's staying Raw. It's Raw. Let's say Theory to SmackDown. NXT got Elba Fire and her tag team partner, the current NXT Tag Team Champions. That's Elba Fire is the Dawn. That's her name. The current NXT Tag Team Champions go to SmackDown, so they would lose the title on NXT one of these days. For Raw next, remember 2 each, not three anymore. Uh, the NXT Women's Champion Indy Hartwell. Oh wow, Indy Hartwell goes to SmackDown. Glad it's not Grayson Waller. So that means, well, I just had a thought. The Ways reunited. Indy Hartwell is the current NXT champion. The Way is temporarily reunited. So SmackDown gets damage control, Shinsuke to Raw, Fire and Dawn SmackDown, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and Hartwell to Raw. And we are Dawn and Fire and NXT, by the way, will go to SmackDown. Mm. 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 Oh, we could have a challenge for the NXT Tag Team titles? Mm. Hopefully, there's a tag team challenge on NXT Women's Tag Team titles. Danny Braxton going to be interviewing someone. Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura. Mm. And then tagged by Karen Cross. Mm. Wow, an attack. Mm. 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 Phenomenal graphics. Main event time. Phenomenal picks. Here. Mm. So, main event time. Main event rematch for Undisputed Tag Team Championships. This will be good. So commercial and the way it's temporarily reunited. Think about that. You got Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Dexter Loomis, and Indy Hartwell all back together. And wow, wow, interesting draft so far. On the press conference for Backlash next Friday at noon, by probably live streaming it, or have a reaction, or maybe not. Showing off the big gold belt, the new big gold belt. I say it's carry over from the old big gold belt lineage. So a night champions would have a new would have a champion because Reigns is drafted to SmackDown. They're showing off the draft picks once again. They one draft picks is showing. I can guess the Um, the indicator to be draft Mika terror swap, just like the women. Interesting that this happened. Oh, great match! Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cameron Cross in Puerto Rico um next week. The OC versus the Viking Raiders too in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm sorry I had to do that. Bad Bunny comes to SmackDown. So main event time, so no more picks for the evening. I know it's kind of changed, but they should be like a draw or reestablish uh, one tag team champions either brand. So to start out, yeah, the rest of the draft pick continue tomorrow. Undrafted at night one, it's Candice LeRae, Shorts Green, and Sonya Deville. This is Quinn someone on on Twitter. So undrafted 9-1, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville, Lacey Evans, Natalia, Dexter Loomis, Dolph Ziggler, Hit Row, Maxim Marimanos, Mustafa Ali, Omos, the Viking Raiders. So either staying or let's say Candice LeRae stays on Raw, Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville to Raw, Lacey Evans to SmackDown. That's my prediction, by the way. Natalia to SmackDown. Dexter Loomis to Raw. Stay because the Way is going to reunite. Could be wrong. Dolph Ziggler to Raw. Hit Row to SmackDown. Maximum Mars to SmackDown. Mustafa Ali and Raw. Omos stays on Raw. Viking Raiders to Raw. My prediction for Raw. Hmm. I love the match singer, by the way. So for this reaction is great. Sorry, we decided to have to focus on the draft picks and everything. The match continues, and for the undisputed tag team championships, and I see retain from Zayn and Kevin Owens. So who would get the tag here? And here we go. I'm checking my poll too. And so for one more for the reaction in my Twitter. So I will make an announcement on the short. So Finn almost retained. Whoop wee, almost retained. Showing the crowd in Corpus Christi, Texas. 9-1 is over. The match is beginning. Again, I can see the USL goes to SmackDown. I can see tag teams. Look, the tag team title should be split up, not undisputed. And okay, I gave away for Backlash in Night of Champions in May, and it'd be convenient though. Is Night of Champions in the morning? Well, in the afternoon though. May 27th. Is that Memorial Day weekend? Let me check. Commercial break. Time for checking the May 29th. Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. I hope Triple H is right in the um SmackDown because no, if Vince writes this, he in trouble. Okay, the treat video. So the topic so far, here it is. I mentioned it. Though. Start out, SmackDown selected the Bloodline Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. I would make a prediction that the Usos will stay at SmackDown. Triple H confirms now the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion will be on Raw, which we all know that. Raw select Cody Rhodes. SmackDown selects Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair against the title switch. Raw selects Becky Lynch as a match back on. SmackDown selects Street Profits. Raw gets a premium. Possible, well, we now know um, the title switch, mid card title switch there. SmackDown gets Edge, Raw gets Matt Riddle, Lashley goes to SmackDown, McIntyre goes to Raw, the OC or the Border Club goes to SmackDown, Raw selects The Miz, stays there. SmackDown gets Damage Control, Raw gets Shinsuke Nakamura, SmackDown gets the NXT Tag Team Champions, and we do see a title, hopefully, I predict a title switch on Tuesday nights. And Indy Hartwell goes to Raw, the current NXT Women's Champion. So that's all the picks from night one. Night two, can't wait to see that. Oh no, Solo was the Solo was coming down the ring. Let's see where Raw will be at, by the way. Raw will be at events. Fort Worth, Texas. So there's that. Raw will be at Fort Worth, Texas to see who will be the next picks for those 3 hours. It's not three for Raw, two for SmackDown anymore. Just two each, if you want to know that. Starting right there by um Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor. It's essentially Kevin Steen and El Genetico versus the Usos. Oh, Riddle is here. I think Riddle goes to Raw. Right in Fort Worth, Texas. Great interception, by the way. Double team kicks. One, two, three. Oh, that close to having new champions. That close to having new champions. By a millisecond. A millisecond here. Tag wheel. A double kick again. And the Usos go win again. Pin. One, two, three. Again, that close. That close. You see, like a razor knife edge. lays a knife edge in that match. Oh, nice kick. Again. Pin. 1, 2, 3. That goes. Shut up. Kevin Owens is fighting on his own here. Again, kick. Well, they amount of time with the 1D. Nice thing from Sammy and Stunner. And there's attack from Sammy. A Veluva kick. Pin. 1, 2, 3 in the tag team champions retain. So the tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens retain the title. I could see Solo Sikoa versus Matt Riddle at Backlash by the looks of it. So Solo just looks on. And also, thank you. I want to thank you to watch this stream. I will post the post, but answer the call, or not answer the call, but answer the poll question. Should I do a live stream of Raw for this draft? Hopefully, I'm going to do it. So there's that. So long for the Buckeye State.